Venezuela is deploying weapons to mount a guerrilla-style resistance and create its front in the event of a U.S. air or ground attack. Now, as per a Reuters report, the guerrilla-style defense, which the Venezuelan government has termed prolonged resistance, would involve small military units at more than 280 locations carrying out acts of sabotage and other guerrilla tactics. As per the report, the second strategy, called anarchization, would use the intelligence services and armed ruling party supporters to create disorder on the streets of capital Caracas and make Venezuela ungovernable for foreign forces. Now, it is unclear when the government might deploy each of the tactics. On the other hand, U.S. officials have said that America's largest warship, the Gerald Ford aircraft carrier strike group, has moved into the Latin America region. President Donald Trump ordered the deployment of the Ford last month, adding to the 8 warships, a nuclear submarine and F-35 aircraft already in the Caribbean. So far, U.S. struck at least 18 vessels, which they claim are drug boats in the Eastern Pacific and the Caribbean. On Monday, U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth announced that the U.S. military carried out 2 more lethal strikes on alleged 2 drug boats in the Eastern Pacific, killing 6 more people, and in total, taking the total toll in its controversial anti-narcotics campaign to 76. Venezuela's ally and friend Russia denounced U.S. strikes as illegal and unacceptable.
I cannot finish my comment on Venezuela without stating our position on the unacceptability of the actions taken by the United States. Under the pretext of fighting drug trafficking, they are destroying boats, which they claim are carrying drugs, without any trial or investigation, and not just without a trial, but without presenting any facts to anyone. This is how, in general, lawless countries act, as well as those who consider themselves above the law.
As per an exclusive CNN report, the United Kingdom is no longer sharing intelligence with U.S. about the suspected drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean because it does not want to be complicit in U.S. military strikes and believes the attacks are illegal. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Take a look.
Tensions are spiking between Washington and Caracas after the arrival of the U.S. aircraft carrier Gerald Ford in the Caribbean. The Pentagon says that the strike group, carrying about 4,000 sailors and tactical aircraft, is part of an anti-drug and homeland security operation. But Venezuela is accusing the United States of plotting to overthrow the Maduro government. The Trump administration has also deployed forces across nearby nations, including Puerto Rico as well as Panama. In response, Venezuela's defense minister announced large-scale military preparations, mobilizing ground, air, and naval as well as missile units, along with police and civilian militias. The question now on everyone's mind is whether or not this standoff will turn into the region's next major flashpoint. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.